Welcome back to Sports Fans Only with your boy, Sean Mack. Please subscribe to the channel and like the video if you like the content. Today we're here to talk about, here we go again, Mr. Early Onset Dementia. Not making fun of dementia, just don't want to really understand what LeBron James be talking about sometime. And I like the dude, but it seemed like the older he get on his way out the door, like I say, on his way out the door, he's trying to burn the house down, and I don't know why. So I've been heard a few days ago about what he said on the podcast with Steve Nash, and I was just like, I'm going to leave it alone. I won't say nothing about it. I won't do a story on it. But you know what? Wrong. I'm going to do a story on it. I'm going to do a segment on it. The only reason I'm doing a segment on it is because it's starting to get a little outlandish the way that he's doing. And I know what he's doing. And I know exactly the game that you're playing. Sean Mack's not stupid. All these other LeBron James fanboys might really love what you're saying and can try to back up what you're saying, but the older heads and the heads that's been around for a while, we know exactly what you're doing. It's kind of disgusting. But what we're gonna do is this: we're gonna take a listen to what LeBron James had to say on the podcast with Steve Nash. He was talking about rings, and he was talking about it's all about the teammates and this. But just take a listen. I'll be right back to spit some more of that high fire holler.
I don't know why it's discussed so much in our sport, and why it's the all be all of everything. Like, okay, you weren't a great player if you never won a championship. It's like, or if you won one, then you can't be in the same conversation with this person. It's like,
but that's a great point, because what you're saying is like, no matter what you have, you need more. No matter what.
Right.
No matter what, it can never end.
Yeah, right? It's I don't know, man. It's just like, you sit here and you tell me, you know, Allen Iverson and Charles Barkley and Steve Nash, you know, our wasn't unbelievable. Like, oh, they can't be talked about or discussed with these guys just because this guy won one ring or won two rings or one, like, it's just weird to me. It's like saying Peyton Manning can't be in the same room with Brady or Mahomes because he only has one ring. They don't never discuss that in their sport.
This dude, man, I tell you, I don't know sometimes with this dude. Y'all hear that? Y'all hear that? And as everyone been saying, and so I'm not making up nothing new here. If LeBron James said that in front of Kobe Bryant probably would have smacked him. And for one, like people say, he wouldn't have said that in front of Kobe. It's just something he wouldn't have said. Not in front of Kobe being Bryant. Someone that woke up, digested, lived, ate, and pooped out wanting to win and trying to be excellent. So what we're going to do is this. As always, it's been a while since I've done this, but I got receipts. I got them receipts. Love my receipts. I keep these to make sure that the words that are coming out of my mouth are exactly what I want to tell you. I want to make sure they're 100% right. So I write my notes down. So we're going to do this like this. Number one, when someone is in an argument and they're losing the argument, what do people have the tendency to do? They change the topic to fit their narrative. And that's what he's doing. He's playing mental and mind gymnastics with y'all. This is what it comes down to. LeBron James finally realizes that he can't catch MJ in the ring count. So what does he do? He has to change the narrative. He has to, because we as fans, I said this in a video not too long ago, we lived through it. This isn't like something in the 1800s where they try to change the narrative. Decades happen and you have more generations of people come along, and they might not know the exact idea of what happened with a certain sports topic. We're still around. I'm not old. I said it before. I'm not young. I'm not old. I'm somewhat in the middle. I've seen it all. And LeBron, you're not better than MJ. So stop trying to make up different shit that fits and tailors to your narrative. It just don't work that way. So what does he do? Now it's a team sport. It's not my fault. It's not my fault I don't have that many rings as Jordan. My teammates fell short. It's a team sport, remember? So if I don't have as many rings, it's MJ or as many rings as y'all think I should have, it's not my fault. It's a team game, remember? I can't win them all by myself. That's what he's saying. And the LeBron James fans are actually falling into that, which is just disgusting. Let me continue. But it wasn't a team sport after 2016 when they came back from the Warriors to win that championship, which would have been his fourth. Quote, this is from LeBron James. He said this also in a podcast or some interview. That win right there made me the GOAT, end quote. So what win? The ring made you the GOAT because of how you came back and that you won your fourth ring? Even then, he was trying to push the narrative with 4 rings because of how I came back against the 2016 Warriors. That should make me the GOAT, right? He's looking around. You know what he does? He does a lot of fishing. LeBron throws a lot of lines out there. Lines out there. And he try to see what bites. What teammates, what fanboys, and what pundits on TV like Nick Wright and them and Shannon Sharp would take the bait. And once they take the bait, they bring home the fish and then share it with everyone. So now everyone's eating off of that same narrative that he created, just fishing to see, could I possibly get away with this to make me seem like I might be better than Jordan, even though I didn't get the rings. I might have got him with these stats. I might have got him with the 2016 Warriors comeback. It's all a bunch of malarkey. So after winning the 4th ring, another quote from LeBron James. After signing with the Miami Heat, when they had that big old welcoming party, y'all remember that? They on stage coming out like this and all like that. Yeah, we about to be the best thing ever since sliced bread. Don't know why they say since sliced bread. Got to check on that. But we the best thing since sliced bread, so we're going to have this big old party. This is another quote from LeBron. I know y'all remember. The fanboys were probably little kids, and they probably like, ooh, I remember this. Not quote, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. If it wasn't all about the rings, why was he on stage talking about how many rings he's going to win? Because he thought at that very moment that he would win enough rings to make him better than Jordan. But the only reason he went to Miami, for those who forgot, was because he didn't really know how to win. In that first season, him and Dwayne Wade was having some issues with who would be controlling the ball at certain times during the game. And they lost to Dallas that year, right? But the reason he went there was to win rings and to win a ring and then to win more rings. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. He say he regrets saying it, but the only reason he regrets saying it is because he didn't win that many rings in Miami. If he did, he would have been like, I told y'all what I was going to do, right? So moving on. LeBron, I'm going to tell y'all like this. LeBron is having a hard time dealing with not catching MJ in the ring count. It's starting to bother him. It's starting to drive him semi-crazy. It seems like to me, this all started about a couple of months ago when they started to push the narrative. LeBron fans, I'm talking about your Nick Wrights, your Shannon Sharps, and many other people that's on Fox Sport, ESPN, and pundits that's online. They started this whole, we're done with the 80s and 90s talk. You know why? Because if you say you're done with the 80s and 90s, them dudes really couldn't play. It all really started when I started playing. They don't even give Kobe enough credit. Like they said, I did a video on when they said at no given time throughout his career was Kobe Bryant the best player in the NBA. And I statistically proved that wrong. When he went 3 times to the NBA Finals and won 2. He beat Orlando, he lost to Boston, then he eventually beat Boston. So what are they talking about? What they need to do is this. LeBron needs to look in the mirror and say, I'm a billionaire. I created generational wealth for my family, and that's just the way that it goes. I will never be able to be better than MJ in many people's eyes because I'm not better than MJ. Stop trying to create so many different narratives on why you are better than MJ. It ain't my team. It ain't about the rings. When has it never been about the rings and it's about team? Where they do that at? What sport they do that at? It's all about rings when it comes down to the NBA and who's the GOAT. It's not about rings when you're talking about the 20th, the 15th, the 10th, or even the 8th best player in the NBA's history. But it really comes down to when you're talking about that top three. FYI, I have LeBron James in my top 5. Sometimes in my top 3, I have him in my top 5. I know that won't be enough for a lot of LeBron James fans, but I have him in my top 5. But when you're talking about the best of the best, the top 3, you have to begin to separate what made them great and what made them better than the next person. And many times it's not points, it's not rebounds, it's not assists. It comes down to how many rings did you will your team to win in your career. Plain and simple, right? Thank y'all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. On that note, I've been Sean Mack, and this is Sports Fans Only. Holla.